Alt tab, downloads, alt tab, JAWS home use, JAWS home use. Search box at OL full adjust sys enter. 50. 100%, 100%. Alt tab, JAWS home use, alt tab, Ministry of Education, Internet Explorer, Ministry of wrap into top, basic education heading level 3. Technical and vocational training heading level 3. Higher learning institutions heading level 3. Internet Explorer, new browser window. Gmail inbox. The attachment checkbox not checked. Column 2. Graphic attachment link status of inclusive. Link show quick reply. Edit space edit. Oh, okay. R sir space. Tag send button enter. Add Starlink graphic page has 11 edits.
My name is William Safari. I work here at NUDOR as a project manager in education project entitled Education for All. Education, inclusive education and ICT in Rwanda generally for PWDs or for other persons with special education needs. I may say that is there. For someone who may say that, for some categories of PWDs, you may say that is somehow sufficient, but especially for those with visual impairment, may say that technology is there which support them or that might support them. But for me, I say that it's not sufficient. It is not sufficient because there are some materials, some technology materials that should help them, should always support them in their regular teaching learning process, but due to the challenges, we may say that like its availability, its accessibility, its affordability, we may say that these are the serious challenges. We may say that inclusive education with technology is facing so far. But we may say again that some materials are there, some materials like computers, but computers, we may say that for those with visual impairment are there, but what I realized that is that they are used by those persons with visual impairment who are in universities. But those who are in primary, who should benefit from that program of one laptop per child, they are not using it. They are not beneficial because for using computer, for a blind or a visual impaired person or children to use a computer, it requires other resources, other softwares designed to support in the use of computer for those children. So there is a software called JAWS, Job Access with Speech, which produce a sound to guide a user, a computer user. So we may say that that program, it helps like a certain person use a computer using eyes, for a blind people or a visual impaired person use ears. So that program, as I mentioned above, it produces a sound. So this program is currently is expensive. It's more expensive than the computer itself. So meaning that, so those computers, equipping them with those very expensive JAWS programs, it is a very big challenges that is contributing to the non-use of those computers for children with visual impairment in primary and secondary. But those in universities, as I mentioned earlier, they are equipped with the computers, but they are very few rather than the ones who need it in their regular teaching learning process. So this is the first challenges regarding computer, but again, for the children or visual impaired children, they also need other materials which display braille, and I think that braille is known by everyone. But those materials, as I said, they are very, very expensive. You may say like a tool called a technological device called Brailleino. Brailleino is now on the international market. I think it is now over $3,000. So I think persons on their own in Rwanda who can afford those $3,000, they are very, very few. So meaning that those braille display, technology braille display devices are not beneficial or are not being used by children with visual impairment. So as you know, technology was designed or is always designed to support or to facilitate the easy work for anyone. So in the teaching learning process, the technology support to store some books, to make or to facilitate the teaching learning process. So this means that to not have technology devices in a place contribute to the unequal education of children with visual impairment in Rwanda. So I think I may say like this regarding the technology with or ICT with inclusive education. My experience at master's level, it is somehow the same to the what I was telling earlier, because as a blind person, I always need a computer equipped with JAWS, a good version or a current or updated version of JAWS. An updated version of JAWS like 2020 is now at $800. $800, I'm not, I think I cannot afford it on my own. So actually to use computer, I use those free softwares that cannot support you in everything to search or to use computer whatever you want it to support you. So this is first challenges that I faced in my master's. The second, always regards computer, the use of computer or internet, is that the reading, the regular reading of books. So it is not easy. It is not easy because a master's person should always be in research, should always be in searching for information. So it is not easy to search for information when you are a blind people, because even those hard books, those books in the library, it is not easy to find them. Another issue regarding the reading or the searching for information is that many sources of information that a master's person can need they are not in the accessible format that can support the blind people like me. So this is the one of the challenges that I faced, I'm always facing while I'm searching for information. So the different source of information are in the format that cannot support the blind people. So to propose some solution, I think we need to have these technology materials or devices that are affordable, available, and accessible, of course. So the second is that we need to have well-equipped libraries with different formats of books. When you say different formats, we always say accessible formats. Accessible formats mean any format that can support anyone who needs to use it. We may say like you may read a book, a regular book, then me, I can also read it via my computer equipped with JAWS. I may read a book through CD, audio book. So this is another accessible format. I may read a book through Braille. Through Braille, maybe hard, or in any technology devices designed for the blind people. We said earlier what we call Braille display. So we need to have in place those Braille display in different libraries full of different books that a master's person like me can need in his regular searching or study process. Sure, yeah, it is necessary, and my daily job, my daily works to advocate for these issues, to find a sustainable solution to support blind people and the other persons with vision impairment who may